Good morning, guys. Hope everyone is well. It's Friday, June the 11th, 6 a.m. your time. 9:30 is the time. 9:30 is manufacturing production, PPI, consumer inflation expectations, all in the UK. Be very, very aware at 9:30 this morning if you're going to be trading cable. Okay. Let's take a little look at the market. Let's have a look at Wall Street Future. On the radio this morning, talk of recovery. Fair enough listening to a DJ telling me that. Does the chart actually tell me that? Well, we have double bottom. Quite clearly 9,750 is a good support level on the future price. However, would I want to invest all my money back in the Dow Jones right here, right now? The answer to the question is a very simple no. Technically, it could still fall. Technically, we could have a weekly golden cross. Technically, I've got as much interest going long as eating a jam donut right now. So, realistically, I need to wait. I need to wait for what? I need to wait for, really on the longer term charts, a daily golden cross. You know how good these daily golden crosses are. When we get that and we're back above the daily 20, I'll start feeling a little bit more secure that Wall Street is actually going to start powering up again. Okay, at the moment, it's technically still down. There's every chance it could fall off again from this level. You've got the weekly 50 just there. It's a strong moving average. There's no technical sign that we are fully over from the downside as yet. Okay, it's obviously this 10,000 level, give or take a few pips, is fine as support. But let's just wait. Let's wait for the actual longer term charts to actually confirm that. Let's look at our 4-hourly chart. We've been up above the 4-hourly golden. The 4-hour maze before, but again that daily 20 is so strong. If you look at all charts, I tell you, if you want to be a longer term trader, just look at that daily 20. It is such a beautiful moving average, and it just holds the whole way down. More so than obviously the 4-hour EMAs or the 60-minute EMAs. If you want to get into longer term trades on big daily golden crosses as you see there, look to hold trades with that daily 20. It just gives you that leeway to just relax into trades. Okay, so until we get back above there, back above the monthly pivot, I'm going to remain still on the south side. If we get a major silver cross to the south side, like there, we have to look for short plays in Wall Street. Just want to show you gold. James posted a good trade yesterday, a good opportunity, I should say, in gold. Now, where's the trend? Quite clearly up. What's happened? We've had a good retracement. The whole market's retraced over the last few days. I'm still a big believer of trading with a trend. We try and trade as much with the daily 20 as much as possible. We trade the major silver crosses with the daily trend. Very, very simple. So you want to play as much as possible the major silver crosses with this daily 20. Okay, so if I drop this down to an hourly chart, for instance, what have we got? Not talking about that major silver cross, that's into obviously the 4-hour 50 and weekly pivot, etc. But the next major silver cross, the 60-minute 20 crossing the 4-hour 20, you've got to start thinking of a long trade. Now I could think orders up at 11.28 region, 11.29. There might be an opportunity to get in there before, but a nice sort of 1, 2, 3 on an hourly chart, back above the 4-hour 20, get in on the cross, looking to retest 12.50. We've got to keep an eye on that. I'm going to drop one of my little legs as I do, just here. Just to remind myself, there we go, of potentially what could happen over the next 5, 6, 7 hours or whatever it might be. Okay, so look to play that major silver cross with that daily trend. That is the cross we like to play. Right, let's go and have a look at my 3 bad boy currencies in the dollar, cable, euro and Aussie dollar. Cable. Where did we make a lot of money last Friday? We played a major silver cross with the main trend. Granted, I missed it on Tuesday, but again, a major silver cross with the main trend. As you know, I don't particularly like playing the crosses back up, but arguably on this instance I should have done. They're obviously not as profitable generally as the ones down, but we've seen quite clearly a very good retracement. As I said to you guys just last week and this week, until we break back above this trend reversal, we're still officially in a downward trend. Would you want to go long when you know there's huge resistance at 147.68? Chances are no. But what this is gearing up for, if it breaks, fantastic. What do? We then wait for the pullback, and we wait for the major silver cross with the daily 20 to then see a rally back up to sort of 151, 152, 153 region. that would be the plan. But at the stage, can we short it from here? Well, using our strategy, unfortunately, the answer to that question is no. Why? Because you'd be selling into all of this. Okay? Arguably, you could just ignore that, all these 60-minute MAs and 4-hour MAs, and just go short right at the top with a tight stop. There, you could obviously do that. You could do that. But if you want to follow the strategy, we're above the daily 20. So all we have to do is wait for at least the next baby silver cross or major silver cross, as long as we remain above the daily 20. So the next pullback and the next cross is the one I must play without question of a doubt. I can argue at that point there, you know, I'm below the daily 20, below the monthly pivot, below the 4-hour 50, below the weekly pivot, etc., etc. But the next one, there's no excuse. It is a major silver cross with the daily 20 in the direction of the 4-hourly MAs as well. Okay, so it's going to be a perfect setup on the next big cross up. So let's not miss that. Euro dollar, where's the trend? I think you're all going to say it's down. Where's the major resistance level? You'd all say it's at the daily 20, which is just here. So again, do we want to be? Are we better off to be long of euro or short of euro? Well, looking at the daily chart, we're better off to be short. If you're going to be long, you would have bought off the lows. But we now sit here. Daily 20 is up there. And such a James, probably technically this is the one with just slightly better setup. Okay, we haven't got a cross, but we could say, well, actually, a stop below this weekly pivot, you're looking at a 45 pip stop. Is actually, that's not a bad technical plan. Now it's into a daily 20, and the daily chart does look weak, but having a stop just below that daily pivot might not be a bad thing. So I might be tempted with euro, and I will let you know after this video on a post if I do decide to take a long and risk it and have a stop below the weekly pivot and just look for the continuation of a move. Okay, so I'll keep you posted with that. Aussie dollar, quite similar, would you not say, to Wall Street? Would you go long of Aussie dollar right here, 85.50? No. 100 points away. Would you go short? Yeah, there's every opportunity you could go short. So I'm sort of thinking there could be a little bit of dollar strength coming back in these markets. But we're above the daily 20, granted. But until we break up, pull back, and then go long, that's for me the only way, realistically, that I want to go long. So if, for instance, it breaks up, happy days, it then pulls back, the classic 1, 2, 3, we get the major silver cross, and then it rallies. Okay, that for me will be the entry point for a nice long trade there. The break up, the pull back onto the old resistance, which is now support, look to buy at around 86, stop loss behind 85.50. There's your very, very profitable trade if it does break up through there. But let's not even get that far yet. Okay, all it's done so far is retrace back to the old resistance. So let's look at this on the bigger picture. There's the daily 20, there's the silver cross. Yes, every argument, technically we don't go long into 4-hour 50s, we don't go long into weekly pivots, etc. But again, this silver cross has obviously worked out. But we have now got the golden cross of the MAs, which is good. So the next major silver cross with the main trend, and especially if it can get back above that daily 20, we have to start thinking to ourselves that maybe it's worth a long trade. But we have to be, there's no trade here, there's a good chance of a pullback, so we have to just wait for the next big cross up. So just to repeat, I'm going to be waiting for the next major silver cross to the upside in Aussie dollar. Okay, at the moment it's technically still shorts, but if we do lower high, etc., then obviously I'll play the major silver cross back down south, but nothing at the moment. Euro dollar, I am thinking of a long trade, but again, daily chart was really quite off-putting, to be honest. Looking at that, and really maybe I should just wait until I get back above the daily 20 and continue to look for shorts until that daily 20 is broken. So I'll probably end up doing that. Cable, again, huge resistance up here at 147.68. The only option below that resistance is a short. We're not allowed to short it, so again I need to back off from the market. So I need to wait as long as we stay above the daily 20. I will look for the next major silver cross up in cable because that will be a perfect setup, agreeing with a daily 20, 4-hour 20, and 60-minute 20. That's all for now, guys. Keep an eye on that Wall Street. Keep an eye on that major silver cross in gold. Keep an eye on potential moves in cable, euro dollar, and Aussie dollar. Okay, take care. Bye for now.